Posting all my stuff to the stream channels. Give me a minute. I try to get all the servers when I can. For some reason, YouTube never when I leave the channel, it always like pauses the stream. I get it. Got a couple things to do too. All the servers that I'm in. That's what I mostly use all these servers for. I hang out sometimes. It's where all the homies hang out. What is that? What the heck? Pixel, that's cool. Victor is Blue Pin Studios. If anyone cares. Let's see what the W ad. I need to get this on the YouTube thing too. Maybe I can do that now. I think I'll probably stick with this theme because it's the same on both YouTube and Twitch. Add a source. It's just image. W add. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Oh no. My bad. No, the kids were kicking the door, and so I turned off my webcam, but then I forgot to unmute, and then I didn't realize muted. But I was doing some MacBook stuff too, so just give me 1 second. I gotta get my charger. I thought I would be able to manually register my device, but doing some stuff for the other app. God, yeah. I know, thanks Trevor, man. I've been muted this whole time, bro. I don't think I was muted this whole time. I think I've been muted for maybe 5 minutes. Right in time for ads. Hey, when this happens. Alright, there we go. messing with this Mac stuff. I gotta for my Apple developer account. So, but yeah, I'm gonna knock out these. There's like 3 more bugs I gotta get through, and then we can tackle the dialogue together because I'll be streaming for a few hours today. But then I got my MacBook here, and I'm just starting. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna set up the certs so that I can publish to the App Store for iPhone. I gotta do the same stuff for Android, but I haven't even set up. God damn it! I gotta do the same stuff. Actually, I haven't set up my Android Studio account yet, my Android developer account. So I gotta do that too, but later. And then I was working on the, I only got like the 1 day to work on my game. And so I want to come back to that, and I think I'm going to end up publishing that to, because it's going to be a real quick game, maybe like 20-30 minutes long. And I'm just going to publish that to Steam and iPhone, Android. Alright, I'll text you. 1 day, that's it. That's all we need. That's all we need. Alright, that's done. I think I've installed our correct version of Unity as well. I just have to log in, get that stuff, so that's okay. Alright, so let's knock out these bugs. So the charge use is time-based, and maybe I don't really want to use waypoints either, so it'd be like it'd be the fish navigation. and we would have to get a move position, we get the direct, and then we'd get the target position every time. But right now, if we can look at the mini boss, or no, the state control. The attack box state here. Move to hash, control, movement. Alright, yeah, let's... Because it's based on time, and so it's literally like just charging this direction for so long. And let's see, like, if we increase it to 1. Let me update the script. I'm gonna give it a range. And I think that needs to be... that. I can update. Alright, cool. So increase that to 1. Let's go ahead and try that. Oh, my dash is like really slow. I didn't notice it before, but I'm definitely noticing it now. Get out of here. Okay, so let's try it again. I think that's looking good. Trying to get down here. I think it's also good, like, we don't make it too easy. Oh. Save that. Also, let's update the player's dash. The dash. Yeah, it's really slow now. Let me see. think the dash setting needs to change. What I wanted. Change this to like 4. Let's see. Change it to like 3 and see what that feels like. Because the dash needs to be its own component too. But actually, I don't think the dash is working. And the bubbles are activating, but I thought dash was working yesterday. Oh, you know what? It wasn't working. I didn't get to finish it. It was not. Triggering the bubbles, but let's see. I need to see why it's getting moved to over there. So, yeah, debug this. For some reason, my stamina ability, I think that's the issue. I don't think that's coming up. Oh yeah, it says no stamina available. And then it should say stamina components. Let's just look up stamina. There 5. Current stamina is 100. And then no, that's right. It says stamina needed. So we reduced the stamina. Oh, that's for the attack though. Not the dash cool routine. Which I have to add this to attacks too. And I think that's the problem, because we're not hitting this. We're not getting this to pop up, stamina needed. So for some reason... on start... oh, we got player start. Right, and that came up. This needs to be a hotkey. One day I'll figure it out. Alright, so let's save that. And I don't know, it just says get component. So it should work. Move the serialized field bit. Maybe that's the issue. So yeah, here to finish. Player starts. Okay, so look into that issue. And so yeah, there's no like error. So if you look for yeah, it just says no stamina available. If I can attack, it's fine. No dash though. What does it say? Like it's null. Oh my god. So, if this comes back true, right? So let's just do, I mean, I should just come back. Because if that's false, it should say like there's no stamina available. Why isn't it sending out this? It just says no stamina. What I'm gonna do is And dash. Plus, says there's no stamina. So is can dash null? Is what's happening? This function somehow broken. I need to add a breakpoint here. Breakpoint. Alright. Yes, enable debugging. I don't know what's going on with this. It should just work. What is it? I thought it was playing already. So it's attached. I think I just hit play. Oh no. Oh boy, it's starting to get hot in here. Come on. If value is less than equal to current stamina, it should be true. Like, this is not running. So... maybe I should get the name of the component. That is stamina availability. So it obviously has something. And that's a brand new interface I made. So nothing else should be using it. The breakpoint is not working. I wonder if I can add a breakpoint here. There. So breakpoints are working. And let's see. I don't know if anyone's done this before, but stamina component. It does look correct. It is stamina. Let's go ahead. We can like step into this. Oh my god. What was I doing? What? Did I accidentally make two? Is available. Is available. Oh my god, guys. Where are my programmers? Like, what the shit? I'm looking at this damn thing, and this is my old function. And it's got the wrong logic. So, of course, it's not working. God damn it. Yep. And so, current value is 98, value is 25, and of course that fails. So, it is false. Gosh. Okay, this is why we breakpoint. Like, I'm glad that worked. Because I haven't tried breakpoint. Doing breakpoints in Unity before. Oh, motherfuckers. I don't know why I didn't see that. It says is available, and I'm looking at stamina availability. Did I turn off the debugger? Yeah, okay. Killing me, guys. over at 12. Dang. I'm zooming now. Turn that down to 1. Dash. So I dash. So I need to set my movement to 0 for dash as well. And then I do target speed, increase the move speed factor. When I stop the dash, big move speed factor should be 0. A similar issue that we had yesterday. Good move. Right, and I slow down and everything. I can dash. And then I dash from standstill. I don't like this drift that's happening. I think that's part of our problem too. I can't remember if that was always there or not. Dash. Dash. So that looks good. Say if I dash and move up. Okay, that seems to be fun. So I think what's happening is, because I changed input, the dash is not. Well, that's easy enough. We just add some logic here. So, okay, if it's not 0, then we set it to 1. Or if if it is 0, we set it to 1. But so input change, and this one updates the movement. Do I have to put this in the biaxial movement? You'll get there, Xcode, you'll get there. Not Xcode, Visual Studios. So update input change, input change. Handle input changed. Vector. But here I have the movement multiplier, which is part of the movement component. Move speed. No, no, right? Move speed equals 0. Set to 1. And this should do the same thing because we're dashing from 0. And then I might take a quick break. I always forget. You can't just immediately dash. So that might be something to look into. Because the default direction is 0. So you can never dash on the start of a game. And so, let's see. So I can dash. Dash from a standstill. And then you'll be able to dash. That. I think you'll dash and like maneuver. No stamina to dash. That's okay. Here we go. Oh no. Okay. Let's see. Right here. Let's mess with the dash a little bit. Oh, let's decrease it down to 1. So I should be able to get here. Misses. Try again. I think his charge should be a little bit longer. Like 1.5. See how that looks. So I'm just gonna get here. Oh, dang it. Here again. Dash out of the way. I think that's better. It's like slightly better. I want to be able to get close, but not too close to those things. It's only the first level. Maybe a bit more. 0.7. I think his charge delay is a little bit much. How'd you not hit that? Seven, and player's dash. Let's reset that to like 1. Save that. Oh shoot. Because I'm changing things in the scene. Dennis, if you're listening, you'll have to undo stuff. Because I'm making changes to the scene. But later, you have to worry about it. Alright, so the dash is good. I think we gotta play with it more and mess with these settings. Let me check this stuff in. Oh, I don't think I can check it in because it might cause... I don't think it'll cause problems. But I gotta check these changes in for the level. Let me know if it causes issues. Is the boss follow through? Let's check the dash. Alright, I'm gonna take a break real quick. Be right back. settle down. I've only been gone for like 5 minutes. I'm glad you got a working pine cat. I don't know if you heard me, but I was like, I gotta check stuff in because I had made changes to the level. So whatever you did, we can work on it. My side or whatever. What am I doing now? Oh, the dash. Oh. So the dash is really long too, so I think I might shorten that up. I don't know. I think there's a few gameplay stuff we gotta finesse. I think the movement too. Oh, it feels the same. Oh. Don't do it, boss man. Like this camera, we gotta fix the camera too. I don't think you've gotten a chance to get to that, right? And so hold on. I might have to play full screen mode because it is going real slow right now. Some days my computer can handle it, other days it cannot. Like even now I'm hitting like 40, so... And I don't have the best machine, guys. I don't. It's definitely like real slow in that camera transition for some reason, and I'm not sure why. And we're not seeing these slowdowns, I think, in the builds. Did the debris knock me back? The debris is causing me to move. It's weird. That's weird. I'll look into that. Another bug. Yeah, the debris is causing me to move for some reason. But let's see. I'm gonna be able to hit. It didn't look like I took damage that time. But yeah, I keep taking damage for some reason. Oops. Missed. Right here, dash. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, this stuff might update too. Should ignore dash. but it is not. So obviously it's not destroying on collision, otherwise it like kill the player. So it's definitely something on here. One should be on collision, I think. Yeah. Collision. It's player. Should hit ignore dash. If it's the player. The fish is not dashing. Well, there's the problem right there. Yeah, let's go with... So I wonder... Where's my damage? That... Damage... And all this stuff needs to be broken out too, because... But the player hasn't been updated to the state machine yet, so that's why we have this. So it's damage weight. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I think I did see that. I think that was right before I left. Or after. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's when I came back. Yeah, I was already back, but I didn't switch scenes yet. But I gotcha. Okay. Don't submit it. Didn't you hear me earlier? You can't submit it yet. Can't submit it. Because I submitted changes. So... Wait, you can submit it. Submit it. Yeah, sorry. So, submit it, and then I'll have to fix merge conflicts. I forgot I'm on my own branch. And then, yeah, let me... I was thinking I was on main. So this one, so character hold. Damage weight. What does damage weight do? So I think I'm gonna get rid of this because I don't think I'm gonna do this anymore. And I think character hold. Let me delete this. No, I'm not gonna do character holds anymore. I think that has to be done a different way. For stuns. I gotta get the stun states in here. Or all the states for the player in. Why is this here? Something is locked. That one day they're gonna update UVC so that I can that's not what I wanted. Because I can see locks here. I can't do anything about it. Yeah. Even if I'm an admin, it's like, nope, I can't do nothing about it. Hold on. Let me see what I'm logged in. Okay. Okay. Give me a second. Where'd I go? I was signed into the right one. God dang it. I was in the wrong org. I gotta switch orgs. Get out of here. Wait, that's not the right one. Oh, I hate this. DevOps. Organization. This is what, okay. I'll explain what I sent earlier, right? Which I'm like, I hope this doesn't cause issues. I just saw it this morning, and I logged in on my Mac. This, again, this was this is our Unity organization. The Blind Cats Unity organization. We had to make a new one when we moved over to the new repo. You can't make UVCS organizations, but by default, there's always been Unity organizations forever. When they got plastic, they created UVCS organizations, which is this one. When we moved from, and this goes into like the pay tiers of junk. You cannot add seats, DevOps seats, to Unity organizations, right? And we literally just did this, which is ridiculous. Right, that's why we see like 5 users here. So we created a new UVCS organization, Blankhead Studios, to add seats, right? DevOps seats. And now they're saying they're merging them. And it's like, what the? So there's 2 Unity's org, and so this is one that we can't use. I'm pretty sure we can't use this one because we've tried adding people to it. But what a pain. What a pain. Shoot, ads. What am I doing? Finish that. So that shouldn't happen anymore, but makes me think that there's gonna be other spikes I can like hit, and it's gonna cause like me to move randomly. I'm not sure why that's happening. Oh, it was the damaged hold, right? That's why. I do know. So we can check that out. Missed. And yes. Okay. So that's not damaging the player anymore. Oh, you know what? I need to test that. Okay, cool. Give me a second. I'm gonna double check one more thing. And then we can check it out. Make sure those debris do hurt me if I'm not dashing. It's gonna crash. Okay. It is really struggling. Okay. So you're gonna need to say no, I don't want to quit. Okay, I expected that. You lie. See, they've been updating all this stuff, the DevOps stuff, the Unity organizations, the cloud stuff, for like the past 2 years. Like there's just constant changes. And now it says an even better experience is coming. Yeah, see. The repos, so you're gonna get like cloud organizations. I've already seen this. With my latest like Mac updates, it's already saying cloud repos, which I think is what it's being called. And so, I mean, I'm just hoping. It says like we shouldn't have to do anything, but if there's like yeah, stupid. I see how this. Right, that's fine. So I hate that it does this. Blah, blah, blah. And just undo. So this is the scene stuff. Trevor, if you're here, this is the stuff that I think you guys said you're going to migrate to DevOps. This is the stuff that you guys have to be aware of when working with scenes. So the source is, you can see, I like how it doesn't really give me info. The source is main, right? The base is, let me see if I can explain this. This is the base and source and the destination, right? So what's crazy is all three, right? They're always gonna have like different IDs, and like I don't even know what this is. It just says mesh filter, right? Like prefab asset, so something that's not a prefab, because there's no file ID, changed, right? We both changed something, and as far as I know, it's some object. Like, the best thing I can do is just accept either the source or destination, and when it comes to just the file IDs, it's just a guess. So, I think you can show, see, I think if you right click, oh no, we can't. I think that pops up in the merge tool. So we either keep mine or Blind Cat's work, and since it's just file IDs, it's probably okay to accept the destination or the source. It's probably actually, because let's keep the destination. And it's like hit or miss, because like I've changed stuff, he's changed stuff, and it's gonna be like one or the other, right? But you can't tell, because you don't know what's what, because it's just IDs. I can't say, oh, you know what, I know he changed dialogue stuff. It's like I changed player stuff, but what's what? You don't know. You don't know. And this is why like it's hard to like work on the scene. So we're gonna have it get in and move. And I keep doing that. I know everyone else does it too. So you might switch to workspace, your workspace to this change set. It really shouldn't matter, but I prefer the change to the branch. So right click, switch workspace to this branch. It should do the same thing, but so let's have Unity open. So we're gonna reload. And the boss, everything should be, I think I changed, what did I change? His charge state. Okay, so it kept that. The player, so like the player spawn point and things like that, right? Like here's the player spawn point, where in my game it was over here, right? So it's things like that. Should just be conflicts, but it's hard to tell. Because if I move files, those IDs will change again. So there's like no-nos to do and everything, right? Like if he moves a file, I move a file. It should show that it moves files, but scenes are a pain. So we got a player, I think. Dash, okay, so dash looks good. Dash cost, attack cost. And alright, so let's go ahead and play. So it should work, let's see. I think that worked. So we just gotta add the freeze in, and then that's like my last bug to do other than combat stuff. Okay. I mean, that's looking like much better than what we had. We've got the art in here, kind of like overlays. So, um, so let me fix the freeze. We need to make a dancing TikTok short. TikTok, get out of here. Help me. Okay. And then I get it to not pop up again, right? Get that over there. Get this to fit in the frame. And yeah, given here, like I'm at 40 frames. So I think it's just my computer. Like, I'm streaming. I got a lot of stuff going on here. And that's what my other worry was. I think I need to adjust the force applier. I think touch of damage should do. Oh no! Something happened. Well. Did I press some combination and restart it again? Okay, so let me get the freeze in. I'm gonna add a freeze in here. I have the movement reference. And then, let's see. And then the player's gonna be different, so are you still working? Dennis, are you back? You're still working on the dialogue? Or are you still mess with it? Because I need to... If you are, I'm going to make a different branch. Yeah. Yeah, did you miss it? I wasn't sure if you were back yet. Hold on, let me add this freeze in real quick and then we'll check it out again. Okay. Yeah, if you're gonna make changes to it... I gotta make changes to the missing pieces real quick to get the freeze, but I like it. I like the dialogue. I think it's a much better improvement. The overlap, yeah, we gotta figure out the overlap and whatnot. Well, it alternating. I think it does need to be 2, right? And it's like on, off, on, off, on, off. But I think this looks much better. Yeah, it just needs some work. And then obviously to get it to fit inside this box. This is the last thing on my to-do list other than the combat, so let me just check this in and then we can work on the dialogue together. And this is my worry right here. Another bug. You can't actually, it's the force adjuster. Should fix that. Read aspect. Oh, okay, gotcha. So let me test this real quick. Player. And then we can work on the dialogue. It's up to you if you want to work on it together or not. I just gotta fix this. The force. Now let's fix the dialogue. I'm not really. So if I do this, I should stop moving. Wait. Looks like I was able to move. Is that the right? It's piece 1. because I can look into how to get it to freeze. Why am I not moving? Alright. That is weird. I'm not moving. Actually, I think it's just really slow. I don't know what's killing my PC. Hold on, what do we need? I missed it. The freeze? We can start looking into different things on the dialogue. Yeah, I'm still able to move. Yeah, okay. Let me see. Once I get these connection points working. Guys, I swear, I just like make shit up all the time. I just like start coding and then I'm like, oh yeah, I don't have to do this. Freaking A. Freeze player. Oh, okay, freeze. It would help if I invoked it, right? Amateur. Yeah, so I have it set up. So it should already work. So I just need to test it real quick. There we go. Frozen. Yay, it works. I should be unfrozen now. Yay, it works, right? Cool beans. Easy peasy, right? So, I don't know if you want to... We can jump on Discord chat. And... Or if you have a screenshot of, like, how it looks, you can update it over here. Where do you have the dialogue stuff? This one? This one? Okay. Yeah, now we can go over it. So let me update all my missing pieces too. So missing piece. Okay. Delete it. Delete your trash. Player. Freeze, player. Freeze. Unfreeze. Okay. Player. Freeze. Unfreeze. Alright, did I get all of them? 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so go to this one. Alright, let me know when you're ready. I'll just see if I can find it. So on open, on close. I'm assuming that might be what it is. We say like on open, grab the player, then do freeze, and then okay. Can you hear me? Hold on. Discord always acting up. All right, go ahead.
Test.
Okay, I can hear you now.
You opening a channel or is you just gonna talk to me? Talk to me.
The desktop audio should go through, so I think everyone should hear you. Go ahead and say something and see.
Chat is not listening. I can't hear myself because I muted you. I didn't want to hear
Okay.
your voice.
Yeah, no, the audio is coming through. It looks like it.
Okay. All right. So here are the settings because what happened was since the aspect ratio was set to free aspect, all my measurements I was putting in were way too big.
Okay.
So to me, it looked fine. Once it came to you, it didn't look fine.
Right.
Also, the other thing I noticed is you're on 16:9 aspect, which has changed. I thought we did it from full HD, and I don't know if that's going to be an issue. I mean, if we're at 16:9 and we can put it onto the Steam Deck at 16:9, I'm fine with that. But we need to make sure whatever it is we choose, we set it and keep it.
Yeah, because 16:9. Because what's full HD? Is that not 16:9? Where's my calculator?
No.
Is that 19?
I know it's weird.
Wait, I'm gonna do it. So 1080. Yeah, okay. So like that's more like 5.4, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if we're
Yeah,
running 69, I'm fine with that. That's
I mean,
widescreen, so
yeah, I mean it's whatever the our devices, right? Our output devices are going to, which is probably like, yeah,
right,
full HD, right?
right.
Um, and so yeah, let's stick to full HD, and that might help.
I don't know how that changed. I don't know how mine changed the fucking free aspect. I never have that shit set to free aspect.
Yeah, but it could be as we like merge things together, it's changing because I think that is Unity settings
Right.
um, where so any project settings those are merged together, but our preferences, I think I forget which one it is. Maybe these are merged too. One of them is not, right? One of them is ignored. But I'll keep it on full HD, and I think so the dialog panel, so on open, and I haven't looked at this stuff at all, so this is all new. Okay,
What are you looking at? Oh, the dialog panel.
okay. So this one's on open, so I think that might be the right one. So on open, on close. And we do the same thing for
Yeah.
database. Let's see.
So this works as of right now. What we do need though is to get it to where it doesn't show up again if you come back through.
Oh shoot. Yeah. And
Here, let me get the new settings because I just did that for like 16.9. Let's see. So subtitle text.
yeah. So that's working. So on the open dialog there, player's frozen. I can still
Right.
attack, but I can add that in there too.
Okay, so let me see. I'm going through this real quick. Get you. All right, you're out of play mode. Okay, good. All right, so and go to dialog panel. So you're in dialog manager 1,
Yep.
and then parent, and then so at the very top, these are the settings. So we need go, yeah, there we go. 64, 8, 200. Okay, so that works. And I think our I'm actually going to change the position of the portrait name, but for now it's probably fine. What's your portrait name? Where's it at? Do you have it selected?
What's all it just says
So you,
portrait name, right?
yeah, so it's going to be under subtitle panel.
Yeah.
Okay, then select portrait name. Okay, so 245 is right, and your height is 40. Yep, okay. Portrait image, I changed, I think.
I think you
It's
just got
still
hit with
under,
ads.
oh, there's an ad. But you can still hear me, so that's
Yeah.
fine. I just won't be able to see you. For portrait image, its width is 160.
Okay. 160. Okay. Right.
Um,
But there was no
for
change on
subtitle,
portrait name. So
no,
okay.
you are at the same as mine. I am probably going to change that. I'm going to put it underneath him, but I haven't done that yet, so
Okay.
I don't know the numbers for that. For subtitle text, I think I changed. It is position X 300.
Yep. Got
Top
300.
is 50. Width is 526.
Okay. 526.
And bottom should still be 16.
Yeah.
Is the font size 24?
Font
Yeah.
size, yeah.
Okay. All right. So response panel, I changed, but now we have less room. So I don't know if that's going to cause a problem. So actually, all right. For now, we'll keep it here, and so select response panel,
Okay.
and that little uh that little box in the top left hand corner of the rect transform. What's it say? Does it say stretch left or stretch middle or?
It says stretch center, yeah.
So switch it to stretch left.
Stretch. Okay.
And then your width is going to be 680 and the rest will be zeros. We may need to adjust this, but
So position X is going to be 0, 2.
no, position X is 0. But yeah, X, top, and Z is all zeros.
Okay.
Your width is 680.
Okay.
Okay. I'm back, by the way.
Okay.
Think response button, just select response button so I can see its stats. I think it's staying the same because I think it alternates 140, -8, 15, and 40. Yep. Okay, so that all stays the same. Player portrait, I think, is 160, 40, so that should be good. And player name, which has a funky for me. For that POSX, just put a 0 there. I don't know why that happens, but it's garbage. I just like to put zeros there. I don't want anything fucking off.
Yeah.
And I think that should lay your. It should be right. It should be, at least when you're in play mode, you should be able to read everything in those windows.
Yeah.
Some things may not be covered. And I don't really like that gray box, but until I can figure out how to swap panels or keep the same panel but swap text, this is working, right? Like that's the least that I wanted for this weekend. I mean, I may find a way to fix that before this weekend, but
Yeah.
if this is working now, I'm good with this being a temporary fix.
Yeah, and I think I'll probably spend this weekend looking at all that, all the dialogue stuff, trying to learn it myself because I haven't learned any of it still. And there has to be, because from one of the videos I've seen, like, there's like, it looks like communications happen, right? Like, oh, this is on, that's on, and they alternate back and forth between like two characters, right? And one character will have like this artwork and this style, this design, and then another character will have like even like changing fonts, things like that will change by like the character profiles. And so, yeah, we gotta learn it all.
Sorry. Um, that was something that took me a minute too. I had to go into the actually I didn't even find this. I was like, I wonder if this is somewhere. The portraits weren't showing up for me. And I noticed that in one of the tutorials, like he used a temp image, and when he hit play, it actually grabbed the image he wanted, not the temp image. So I'm like, okay, there's a database somewhere with that information. So I had to go digging, and I went into the dialogue manager. And if you go to just so you know, if you go to the initial database of the dialogue database, there's like there's a form that says actors, and this is what drives me nuts.
Oh, right.
If you want to look at it, you can see why.
Where is it?
But
It's
so if you go to dialogue manager
okay. Yeah.
and then go see where it says dying fish dialogue database,
Okay.
higher. Oh, you may be ahead of me right there. Right, that one. So hit edit and
Yeah.
then go to actors. Like this, I didn't realize that I had to change the information here. Now I can't remember how to do it. But I had to change the. Actually, give me a second, because
Right.
now this is it menu? No. Oh, okay. So if you select the name and then you look over at the inspector, you'll see that it has a portrait sprite and a portrait texture.
Right.
You have to put the image in there, in here. Otherwise, it does not show up because it looks to here for its default image or for the image you want to use for the actors.
Right.
Not and it just blanks out the temporary. So it's very similar to text, but nothing showed that unless I missed one of their really old ass tutorials stating that.
Right. Yeah, so like this
And
this is like yeah, this is like part of the winner like piece that we want to use for sure is because I think you can change everything. Um
yeah, we really ultimately needing to understand this database right here is the key to this plugin.
right.
I just there's a lot here, and I just haven't had a chance to go through it all. So I figured out just enough. By the way, I think the textures one is if we're using 3D characters, but I
Okay.
could be wrong on that. So sprites is because we're using 2D.
Right. I gotcha.
And then I believe, if I'm not mistaken, because I wrote the script for the characters to talk back and forth a long time ago. Oh yeah, there it is. It's if you go to conversations and then hit the drop down and say new conversations, you'll see the tradition or the
Oh,
transition.
okay. Yeah, this is what I was looking for.
And then up in that left hand corner, yeah, drop that new conversations. So then you can edit the dialogue that pops up.
Right. Yeah, like this is the stuff. I mean, I don't even know. Yeah, you can start creating trees, dialogue trees, and everything, and
Yeah,
then like you can have variables here, like oh hey they selected option one, and this is what it does, things like that, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
And see, I found all kinds of information for doing branching dialogue, but
right,
for having something just a simple back and forth, something that I don't even want a response window, I just want to continue.
yeah,
Like that seems to be an issue, and I was just not able to get that to work as cleanly because I wanted to switch panels whenever you hit continue, and
right,
that really was what wasn't working. Try to say that 10 times fast.
yeah, I gotcha. So I think
So after messing with it, that's why I decided, you know what, I'll just go with the response panel for now for this weekend because we're running out of time, and then we'll figure it out better another way.
yeah, yeah, I gotta look into this too because I yeah I'm not sure how it links like so conversation one, right? I
Yeah,
would assume that you'd be able to so yeah, you have your dialogue panel, and then somewhere here is conversation one, right?
it's on your dialogue manager.
Oh, it's
If you
on.
go to dialogue manager, at the very top of dialogue manager, see where it says initial database, dying fish.
Yeah,
That's where it's all connected,
but that's your okay. So that's your database, right? That's
which
houses
has
like everything, right, of your
everything.
game. But there's something like so your conversations, right? So you can have like 10 different conversations, right?
Right.
And I believe you're able to you can just create this one panel and you can have like a temp scene and you can just fire off all your conversations because like essentially like none of this has to change, right? And your
Right.
conversations, I thought your conversations controlled everything because you can I thought you were able to assign. Oh yeah, it's right here. You're able to assign your actors and say, oh, this. So if you have like 10 different actors in a conversation, and say, oh, this person's going to say this person's going to say that. All that's part of here, right? and you can say, oh, what I want. You can quickly just say, hey, I want this conversation to say this. So if I create a new conversation, blah blah blah, you can add new characters and everything. But okay, so yeah, I mean, I think this is really cool, for sure. And I think where'd that go? Shoot. I think it's just here. Yeah, I'll definitely dive in and see if I figure this out. Because so I need to update this so it freezes the enemies too. But I think this is the right
So I
place.
got it to where it would continue going through the NPC dialogue by hitting continue. It
Yeah.
just wouldn't respond to the player's dialogue. So if I hit continue, it would be like the player didn't even say nothing. It would
Okay.
jump back to the response from the NPC. And that was where I was getting like frustrated with it.
Hmm.
It probably is a simple fix because I can't imagine that being too complex. But there's just, and I figured out, okay, if I hit the word continue, it goes to the next bit, but it's totally skipping the other actor. It's only saying continue for the same actor, not, okay, I'm done with the NPC, go to the player to make a response. Hit continue. Okay, now go to the NPC. Hit continue. Okay, now go to the player. You know what
Right.
I mean? Like it just ignored the second actor completely. And that is where I couldn't get that information I wanted. Because I was like, I mean, I'd be cool to have one panel with the background where the dialogue swaps, right? And then just have the whoever's talking have their image appear with the name.
Right. Yeah, because that's what yeah, I'm looking for too. Because I thought so. Yeah, you have your database, right, which has all your conversations, all your actors. But I thought
Right.
there was somewhere to say this event, right? So our dead fish is going to start the conversation one, and
Right.
then because the idea, I think there's like variables you can set and say, okay, well, conversation one is going on, and at the end of conversation one, it gives you three options, and based on those options, you can go to three other conversations, right? And then it triggers those. Um, and then maybe you end up talking to someone else and so forth. But I don't know if those settings are here, or
So,
how do you trigger conversation one, right?
so if you go to like turn off dialogue manager underscore one and go back to dialogue manager, um, the original dialogue manager, you'll
Yeah.
see what I was talking about. And if you want to kind of mess around and try to figure out how to switch actors using the one panel, that's where you want to go because
Okay.
that was the closest I got to that. Now that may be overlapping. I don't think it will actually, but because it was an older. See now I
Yeah.
hit continue. See how it totally ignores the player character.
Yeah. And you can see it in here too. Let me bring this over. I don't know if you've looked at this, the map.
So I'm wondering if it's just ignoring the response panel. I mean, like if it really it's just going, well, they don't want the response panel to be on, therefore we're just going to ignore it.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like yeah, it does skip. I mean, and it's gray, right? So I'm not sure. I'll have to double check because it says help, you're here. This is where you're at.
Right.
And so it looked like maybe it skipped that panel too.
Well, as soon as you hit continue, it'll go to, well, I think help is your title. It's a,
Oh,
if
okay.
you think of this as like which is weird because N does the same thing, but whatever.
Right.
Um,
Yeah. But it's skipping, yeah. It's skipping these. Does it even look like it hits those other ones? But yeah, I'll definitely look into it. And I think we are using the most up to date.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Because I made sure. Because the original wasn't using TM Pro either.
Oh, really? Okay. Going to. Okay. All that looks good. I think the only other thing, because I'm probably going to jump off soon, is I just need to freeze the enemies on that, and that's it.
And the player, if you can.
Yeah, I've already got that player freezing.
Oh, so the player doesn't like punch when you
Oh, I
hit
need
an
to add
option.
the punch too. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see.
I also need to see what wireless controllers the Steam Deck uses because there's no port.
On the Steam Deck.
No. Yeah. I might run to whatchamacallit, GameStop and buy a used one and take it back after the convention.
Yeah.
A PS4 controller, it says. I might actually have a PS4 controller laying about.
See, I'm using value started here. This be doing anymore. Also, I
What
do
was that?
go to that that I'm checking the value that it started, but probably don't want to do that anymore. I'll fix that later. All right, you gotta look into those the callback context. But yeah, let me koi. So I have koi. Finish.
You could just are you using the enable disable stuff? Or was that
Um,
TG
for the
stuff?
attack or the freezing?
Yeah, for attacks.
For attacks. No. I'm using just the play animations. So I just play an animation name.
So I was thinking like, we probably would want the fish to still animate moving, right? Not
Yeah.
moving, like,
So
but animating moving.
right. Yeah. So it will all. So it's still gonna animate, right? That's it. Even the enemies
Okay.
animate right now when they're frozen, right? Um, what freezing does is it stops input, right? And so, but for the player, it's different, right? Because the player, we have manual input. So there's the um. So not only do we need to freeze it from moving, we also have to disable attacks because that's its own thing. Where the enemies are in part of a state machine already, and the player's not. So when the enemies, since they're in a state machine, they're in a frozen state, but the player, I have to manually do that. I have to say, hey, you know what, you're
Okay.
frozen, and then I just got to add this in here and say
Well, I'm going down to mention like I don't know, probably like 11, 10, and 11. Let's set the booth.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm trying to I'm gonna get everything else, make sure that I mean even if this isn't our final builds right now, I want to make sure it works on the TV and make sure the booth is ready to go. and then we'll have to build it tonight if I can get it on the Steam Deck.
Right.
I'm gonna try to get my laptop to work too, but I'm sure it's dead right now, so I'll probably need to charge that. And that way we'll have at least 3 stations.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's definitely gonna be plenty to 3 stations, and um, you have the business cards all printed out, right? And then yeah,
Yeah,
people do
and
the
then
wish list and stuff.
yeah, and Kate is running a like a giveaway between our two booths for a gel blaster,
Okay.
and one of the options of getting entered is to wish list the game and uh, follow us and yada yada yada. So hopefully we get some wish lists this weekend.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know where we're at. Like, I keep promoting it and sharing it everywhere, so I think we should be getting a few more here and there. Um,
Yeah, I haven't looked in a while.
because when we pass like 100, I don't know if we've already passed 100, but you know, that's the social media stuff we show off.
Oh, then we probably should have said something.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if we did or not. Okay, what
I think
something
we
happened
passed
there?
100 a while ago. Actually, I think um, like a year ago. I think we
Okay.
passed 100.
Oh shoot. Let me.
But you know,
So let me finish this freeze stuff. Get the enemies frozen too, because they're not freezing yet. Yeah, and then that's all working. Okay, the dialogue
I'm gonna move that
ends.
dialogue. I'm gonna move a couple of those things. I mean, now that once you submit those, the freezing and stuff,
Yeah,
me changing, positions and stuff ain't gonna matter. So
right. Um, and I'm trying to organize the code a bit more to.
I just got a bunch of comics in. Shit, Kate's like, God damn it. Though I think this one's hers. I know I haven't bought this many comics.
I don't even remember the
Ridiculous.
last time I bought comics.
Oh man, I am fucking addicted right now.
All my money goes to
Whatnot,
Pokemon cards.
Whatnot was not a good find for me.
Yeah, there's too many scammers on for Pokemon. I thought like Whatnots is
Oh
no
really?
one goes to anymore. Yeah, where people are like ripping packs and then they're stealing cards, and or
Oh shit.
they're like opening fake like like ripped packs, so like they're resealing packs and opening those packs for like buyers.
Oh, that's dirty.
Yeah, yeah, they're doing a ton of shady stuff, and it's just like why would you do that?
Yeah, you're fucking it up. That sucks.
Yeah, people post the videos like on TikTok of it happening. They're like, "Oh, this seller on Whatnot got caught," and the bad thing is like all they do is just make a new account.
Right. Garbage. That sucks. There's only a few people I follow, and they've all been legitimate, and some of them I actually know in person. So All right, man. So you're only gonna be on for a little bit longer. I'm gonna run these back down to Kate.
Yeah, yeah. I'll probably jump off in 20 minutes as soon as I test this, make sure it works. Yeah, I'll call it at that.
All right. Then yeah, just submit your changes and then might as well merge the stuff in. I'm not submitting anything else until I get that, and then I'll try to mess with the interface again.
Okay, yeah, I'm already on main. I merged everything. But I'll
Okay.
let you know if I work tonight. I might try to mess with the dialogue some more tonight, and maybe I won't submit anything. Maybe I'll just mess with it. But
Well,
I'll let you
whatever.
know.
Tonight has to be the cutoff though, because the latest I can do is make a build in the morning before I
Okay,
leave.
yeah.
So we can work until tonight. Just gotta make sure that whatever it is, we're accepted or we're accepting for
No,
our
go ahead and
weekly.
make the build now, and then so I'll just mess with it. I won't check anything in. Then I'll take notes, and then we
Okay.
can go over it tomorrow.
Okay, that works.
So there's like no last minute bugs popping up.
Right. Okay, man. Well, then I will talk to you soon. If there's anything that's like horrifying, I'll message you and we'll have to jump on tonight and fix it.
Yeah, yeah. Let me know.
All right. I will talk to you later.
That's it. Um, am I list? Oh, free state controller. You just don't know what state controller is. State machine. And then this is just going to be an object. So everyone here, thanks for hanging out. I'm going to jump off in a few. As soon as I test this dialogue. I think the game's looking good. Wish I got to the combat, but I'll have this weekend to mess with it. And tomorrow. So, but I definitely want to make sure the dialogue is better too. So let's add this. I think I get the enemy freezer. Freeze list, and then freeze list. No. And let's go ahead and test. I can't attack, and no, I can't move. And the enemies should be frozen too now. Let's see. Frozen. Cool, cool. And let me see if I can try to get them to chase me. Don't forget to make it one shot with the dialogue. What do you mean? Do you know how to do that? I don't know how to do that. Okay, I'll look into that tonight. Shoot. Yeah, I don't know how to do it, so I think... Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, there has to be some setting. But I think this is the, so I don't think there is a setting. I think this is how conversations work. That you don't disable the dialogue, right? You disable conversations, right? So there's a setting, like you're telling it, hey, start conversation 1 at this event, and then you have to set a variable, say, okay, don't trigger that event again. And so what triggers that event? Is there like some... So there's this storyteller here, right? So let's see. Lua, what's that? Okay, right here. So conversation, actions, dialogues. So this is the trigger. On trigger, enter. Okay, yeah. So when the player enters, right? So maybe add a quest condition? I don't know. Pause game. Stop on exits. Prevent. Skip. Queue. Replace. Yeah, so I think we can say... I think this is it. So I've got like a few more minutes. Let's see. So we go to our dialogue thingamabobber. Variables. And a boolean. Kids are yelling. Then we go to Yeah, storyteller. Uh-oh. Do I have to save this? No, because I don't. The pause game is the. I think it uses the real time player, so that pauses animations too. But we can check it out tomorrow. So here. How do I get variable? How do I get this other one to show up? I have to hit save. I don't see a save button anywhere. Where's the save? There's that save. So I think this is how you'll be able to do it, because you have a condition. So it's on enter, and then you can set this value to true, but my variable is not showing up. I'm not sure why. And then I think on the completion, yeah, here. So on close, maybe it's in the dialog. Database. Can you go here and then you say events, no, fields. So at the end of the conversation, you set that to true, right? And where'd that go? I lost it. Remove. Don't be crazy. No, there's gotta be something here. I think this is how you do it. Just where the heck did it go? I lost what I was doing. So alert panel. Oh, it's the player. It's the player. The dead fish. Dead fish. This guy. Dang it, ads.
The parasite expects the doctor to heal them for free. The farmer to feed them out of charity. How little they differ from the pervert who prowls
Oh, here it
the
is.
streets
Now it popped up.
looking for a victim
So if this is
ravished
false,
for his grotesque
hit apply.
amusement.
And then that saves it. Okay. Go ahead and play. Oy. Still dash. It's okay. I gotta turn off the dash. Okay. Let's go out. Last check is true. See, it says last check's true, so it should. All must be true. So this came true. Let me see. There's like a question mark on this one. It's like a question mark. I'm not sure what that means. Dang. So I don't think this actually... I think this is just another condition. How do I delete this? How do I set those conditions? Add a scene event? No. Delete scene event. Event GUID, delete. So if I set, so let me see, I'm gonna set this to true, right? And then now the dialogue should not work at all, right? That's the theory. Yeah. So just have to figure out how to set this. Got it? Alright, let me know if you get it, and then you can get it on my side and I'll check it in. So I think this guy... Go to storyteller. Yep, storyteller. I'll jump in this way. Hey.
Okay. So this is what I did on storyteller game object.
Yeah.
I went to set game objects active inactive. So go down. So it's under start conversation. So go down a little bit further.
Okay. Stop conversation.
Keep going down.
That's it. That's all I have in here.
That's it? It doesn't go any further? There doesn't say like a set game objects active inactive?
On the storyteller? No, I don't see anything here.
Okay, hold on. Because I wonder if because I just did it, and what it did was it just set the character or the dying koi to inactive, so then the trigger doesn't exist.
Right.
Okay, let's see. What did I do? Add action right above start conversation.
Okay.
And set components enabled or disabled. And then you'll get a set components enabled disabled action. And I think you can actually set the, let me make sure, storyteller.
You should drag the storyteller in here.
Yeah. And then set it to false. Let's see.
Okay.
I think that's how I did it. Now, this says components, though. So actually, we don't want the transform. We want the... Because this isn't it. So there's got to be... Oh, maybe okay. I think the reason why it doesn't show game objects for me is because I already have it. So yours could be set game objects active, inactive, then select storyteller and set that to false. Because I put components the second time.
Oops,
Did you have, like when you went to add actions?
Yeah, add actions. It says set game objects or set components. I select set components. So you said
do game objects.
Game object. Oh no, I can't get
Yeah, so I already had game object. That's why it wasn't on the list for me the second time.
Okay.
But if you do now hit plus where it says list is empty, now drag your storyteller in there. And then once you hit it, it'll fire the dialogue. You'll go through the dialogue, but the character will be gone. What we could do is just put the image back in the exact same spot that's hidden behind it.
Yeah.
Without the trigger.
Well, I think
so that way it goes away.
Yeah, so you're able to run Lua code here. We're gonna run Lua code, and I think you can go to a variable and hit true. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, so there you go.
I think so. But I don't know, like we can't escape dialogue, right? So
no.
I think you're gonna be, yeah, it's gonna just, you're gonna get forced in here.
You're just gonna do it at least once.
Right.
Every time you play through it.
Yeah. And I gotta, the dash is there too. But I'll do that tomorrow. And so, yeah, I think that's gonna do it. Yeah. Yeah, that did it.
Alright, so there we go.
Yeah,
I knew it had to be a setting.
Yeah, and I was trying to find the fish, the storyteller fish, and I'm like, where would it be? And it makes it makes sense because this is exactly what's funny. It's like this is exactly what you do in RPG Maker. You set flags and say, okay, this dialogue happened, this dialogue happened. You have all these switches and variables, and so this makes like perfect sense because you can say combo 1 has been completed, and now you've got your storyteller, right? Your combo 1. He's the one that triggers. Let go.
The dialogue, yeah.
Yeah. And so setting a condition, so hey, here's your condition to start this conversation. Not only do you have to do on trigger enter, but that value has to be false. That variable has to be false. When you're, I guess when you start it, it just sets it to true, and you're going to start conversation 1. And so, and that's where like the conversations, from my understanding, is that's where conversations can start triggering other conversations. And so, and then you can like start getting more variables for like, that's where the whole, because one of their demos is, oh, what's it called? Like the good and evil stuff, where like if you choose all the evil, it'll start increasing those variables and change dialogue. So like if you have another character later on, it has its own conditions or quest items and say, oh, you know what, your evil meter is too high, so we removed dialogue choices, right, in those conversations. And so yeah, so it seems like, I mean, the demos, I'm in love with all the demos. I just really want to get into this. So I think that's good there. Let's see. So let me.
Yeah, you know, I think once. See, I don't mess with that. You know, I've always scripted everything to work the way I want it to work.
For dialogue stuff.
Unity. I've never, well, for anything, right? Like I don't use plugins for really anything.
Yeah.
And so for me, it's like going from, you know, coding HTML to using a WYSIWYG. Like the WYSIWYG drives me nuts because it's not doing exactly what I want because I know how to script that or whatever, right? So I think that's what my problem is with this is like I think it should work a certain way, but ultimately it's set up for me. I just got to dig to get there.
Right. And their documentation. I know they just came out with another update. They came out with a video. Did you see that video on YouTube? I don't know if I posted it in Discord.
Is that the one for the well, there was a showcase that they just put out a couple days ago. And then there's an integration to Ink or Ink integration.
No, I think it was some updates for Unity 6. Maybe it was the Ink integration. Really? It was something new. And then they're like, at the end of, or like in their comments, they're like, no, we won't be making updates to our older documentation. Like, we're only making new documentation. And I'm like, y'all suck.
Yeah. That's a lot to go through, especially when it's not accurate anymore.
Right. Yeah. And I'm sure, I mean, I don't know how big that company is, but I mean, everyone I know that works in Unity uses this plugin for their dialogue. And I mean, it's like 3 people, right? Like maybe 3 other devs. But if my small group of devs, 3 of them use this plugin, like there's thousands of others that are using this plugin too, you know.
You know, maybe not update docs, but you should erase things. Like if something is completely obsolete at this point, just go in there and delete it. Or show some type of note. Or come out with a new version and say, this is the documentation for this. So you don't have to worry about the old ones. It's just all gonna work.
Right.
That's gonna work for if you have the old version. This is gonna work for the new version.
Right. Yeah, just I think
putting it into a pool,
Yeah, just getting like polls and saying, hey, you know what do you guys want to see updated? We'll update what's still confusing or what's confusing, what's not right, and then like we'll update videos as we get the chance. Because people
Yeah.
still like bug me for like my RPG Maker videos. Like this doesn't work or that doesn't work. And it's been like 3 years. And I'm like, oh yeah, like but most of like I pretty much know the answer to all the problems now. I didn't make a new video, but I added comments saying, hey, if you guys are having this issue, I've also commented, and so people are checking out the comments, or I already know, so I just reply, say, oh yeah, it's this. This is the issue. I'm not gonna go make a new video just to fix some small bug, but
Right.
but I get it. I get it. But they should be making new. They should be updating, especially since they make so many updates over time.
Yeah, I mean, when the last video tutorial for this is 2 to 3 years old, and there's been a considerable amount of changes, I think it's time.
Right.
I
Yeah.
just,
I think every company that I've worked at, there comes a point where it's like, okay, that stuff's so old, we're just scrapping it and we're migrating. Like we're updating everything, documentation and all the code. And it's just something you do. Like every few years you've got to do that. And so their oldest, you know, video tutorial is like 8 years old. Because I know this plugin's really old. You've got to go and remake that stuff. Say, hey, you know what? There's years of changes. We're gonna go and remake all our videos.
because I mean, what's the benefit of me? Like, let's say the reason why you keep those videos and you don't update them because there's one part out of 20 things that you showed that's still relevant.
Right.
That one part isn't going to work the same when the 19 other things are irrelevant. They're not working anymore.
Yeah. And this thing's always on sale too.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure this system came out like 8 years ago.
At least because I've seen video tutorials 8 years old.
What happened?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
it's
the
been
original is
updated.
2020, I guess. And so that's at least 5 years old. And yeah, it's probably even older because this was probably like an update, right?
Right. Or it was, yeah, it was probably like the update to 5 or something.
Right. Yeah, so like it says it also includes updates for 2019 and onward. So 5 years of development, I think it's time. I think it's time.
Yeah.
I mean, look, they've got almost 11,000 just saves, I guess. 800 reviews. But
If I
whatever.
go to their,
I'll go make my videos and steal their content, I guess.
there you go. If I go to their YouTube, there's one from 11 years ago.
11, yeah. So they must have done
I don't
like
know
a
if this
whole revamp at some point.
looks like they may have done. Okay. So there's a few things that might not be like the 11, 10 years old. It's like, no, there's a dialogue system, AC integration 10 years ago. And then they had one for an RPG kit, which was 9 years ago. Then they did another dialogue system for a third-party controller multiplayer setup. That was 8 years ago. Quest Machine was 7 years ago. So I mean, like, there's a lot of. It's been around. It's been around. Let's
Yeah.
just.
Yeah.
It's been a decade, guys. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. They've got a. I mean, here's like 400 views, and this is the one that just came out. So I think this is the one I was talking about. And I think it's just talking about like
Oh,
new features, so and updates to like Unity 6, but yeah. Oh, I didn't learn it, so. But go, man.
yeah. I mean,
I'm gonna
we
jump off.
deal with that. Cool.
And
Well,
yeah,
at least we got something working.
yeah, I think it looks good. I think we can still work on it tomorrow, and then because it doesn't take too long to get all the builds out. I'll bring if you want to bring flash drives or something that we can like transfer it to other
Well, I can't transfer it to the I don't know if I can transfer it to the Steam Deck is the only issue. Because we'll need Wi-Fi.
oh, gotcha. All right. I got
mean,
hotspot. We can do that. Well, it depends.
that's fair.
The internet may be
Well,
shitty.
I mean,
We'll see.
see it did. I guess one thing, I mean, I just got to get the table set up tomorrow. It doesn't have to have the equipment there tomorrow. I can bring that in on Friday morning. So I can just go tomorrow, set the table up, set the banner up and all that shit, get the TV ready to go, powers, all that stuff. And then bring the Steam Deck home, bring the laptop home, get the new build on it, test it, and be good. It doesn't have. I guess what I'm saying is we have at least one more day.
Yeah.
To make any major changes.
Oh, we're getting ready for the level up, Trevor. So that's this weekend. Yeah, we'll be demoing this game, and so if you do, I'll be there Friday, Saturday, and so if you do make it out Friday or Saturday.
Or I'll be there on Sunday.
Yeah, yeah. Dennis will be there, I guess, on Sunday. You can go say hi to him. But
all right, man. I will talk to you later tonight, probably.
Cool. All right, see you Dennis.
Tomorrow.
For sure. I'll stream again tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, see you, man.
See ya.
All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. Should I raid somebody? I feel like raiding somebody. Let's see who's on. Stream Elements has a marathon going on, I guess. And I don't see anyone else on. None of the Unity devs. There's Otter Makes Games on.
Containers to. Well, we should still be able to open them. Fuck is that?
Yeah, let's go raid Stream Elements. Because why not? They're it's the staff gaming. I don't know what they're playing.
Wait. I just saw something cross over there.
Let's go raid those guys.
Guys? There's a bunch of, like, animals right there.
Really? You want to see something cool? Thanks.
They didn't care.
Okay, it did nothing. It did nothing.
They did not care.
Is it just lore? Oh, shit.
And I'll get those shoutouts working next time. I know there's going to be a bunch. Try to get Blind Cat working and all the other ones.
And then they all swoop back down at us.
Oop. Alright. See y'all.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Speaking of beacons. Somebody's up there making noise. Yep. Yep, runner. I just tried to ping somebody there. Thank you for the raid. Hope you had a great stream.
Seeker deployed. Let's get in there.
Wait, are you guys above me? I heard someone behind us to the right as well.